bed at a reasonable hour last night.
Las Vegas.
Hello, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Who's first timer over here? So far so good. Y'all meet some of the gang and all that.
Who's first time to Las Vegas?
Oh boy!
Now, yeah. Did you use supernatural convention as an excuse to come to Las Vegas? Or were you coming to Las Vegas and said, oh, hey, I know what to do Sunday morning. We can go watch two idiots on stage. It's an excuse to come to Vegas, wasn't it? It's a solid work.
Welcome to the family, and a lot of familiar faces as well. Guys, hi. So this guy and I just spent more time with each other on a set than we have since 2019. And it was pretty awesome. I had a lot of fun. He champ as always, and the crew was like, oh, I get it. Because he'd come up and he'd kind of box singer me. He'd be like, hey, the thing that, when the, God. And he'll be like, what the fuck?
What?
What did he just say to you?
What language are you speaking?
Hey, Jared, that line, we were talking to Jerry, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, he didn't even tell you anything. That line. And then he come back and like, yeah, all right, let's do the cameras and blah, blah, blah. What just happened?
Or even like just, Jared, what? Turn left.
Got it.
They were like,
turn left.
why?
What's the difference in that?
I wanted him to turn left.
And I can turn left right now, but I told him
he slept wrong.
I slept wrong, and so I'm kind of like robot turning right this morning. So if I'm acting strange, please forgive me. I'm always acting strange.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
But for that specific thing, please forgive me. Well,
yeah, it was a good time. We he's got a good thing going on.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Good cast, good crew.
Lucky fellas.
Fun set. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we just jibber jabber, that's a quick hint. You were waiting on that. I was up there before I breathed in. How are you?
I'm real good.
Oh, you can even need a mic. I like it.
Is there like a mic in that mask? What?
Her friends next to her are like, Jesus. You can have a mic. Just
Double mic.
Like,
You can hold the mic.
hold the
Question 6 for both of you. Okay. Justin, when you play golf with Carl Urban, who usually wins? and for both of y'all, have you all lately done a bicep comparison? Soldier boy training.
I left that physique in Toronto. That came and went quickly. It's like, oh yeah! And they're like, all right, that's a wrap on Jensen Boys season 3. I'm like, get deflated balloon.
I'm built like an ape, just long arms. So I don't do biceps because it's useless. So I think he probably still has me. But that's for the second question.
And then first question, the first time Carl and I played, we literally were tied going into the 18th hole, and he'd been ahead the whole game, and then and I ended up winning by like one stroke on the 18th, and then it felt really great, beat the like the new guy coming in and beating the lead, and then I hadn't played golf in forever, just working and COVID and all that stuff, so. And then I like found my swing, and so then every time we played past that, I was doing pretty well against him. Yeah. But he's good. And Chase Chase and I are a little bit more evenly matched. Crawford, he came out and played with us a few times. So yeah, they're actually meeting up in Austin next weekend for South by Southwest. We've got a big boys panel, and Urban's like, "Where are we playing golf, man?" Or, "Where are we playing golf, Mike?" Yes.
Thanks for coming, because everything sucked for a while. And
It sucked everywhere.
the catharsis of this like normalcy and fun was like really huge for a lot of us. So thanks, and we can't have it if you guys don't show up. So thanks for that. As far as I know, you guys played Sam and Dean for the first time a million years ago.
Fuck you. Sorry, is it too early?
She's
$1 million?
not wrong.
$1 million?
Yes.
And so, I was wondering if there was a moment you guys can remember where you kind of, because I know you were along the ride with the characters a lot, like we were, because you get the script so short in advance. Was there a moment where you were like, all right, I got this motherfucker's like number now, I know him, he's in me, I can figure it out, and like just turn it on? And then like, what challenges did that present? Knowing a character that well for so long, what challenges did that present playing new characters after Supernatural?
Probably like 999,000 years ago. No,
When it clicked?
that's a great question. You know, what's funny is that with TV shows in general, with episodic TV shows, the writers are learning you're learning the character, the showrunner's learning all the above, you're learning your crew, and so it's wonky for a while. You know, like you're going like, you're trying this. You're doing an episode called Bugs, and they're like, you must not do that. You're doing, like, you're giving everything a shot, and you're throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks, you know? And we were staying true to the characters. Like, I think I had a good idea of who Sam was from the get, but, you know, you're learning how to tell that story, you know? And obviously, the more you tell it, the more polished you become. I feel like, for me, probably season 4, honestly, is when I kind of was like, okay, like I can do this now and try everything. Because we had done funny, we'd done like 100 Bad Song, like we'd done all these funny episodes, these dramatic episodes, and season premieres and season finales and mid-season finales and so on and so forth. And so you're like, okay, I see this, like around episode 14 or 15. It's going to be intense because that's when the mid-season finale is. So you have to, you know, kick it in the ass, to quote Kim Manners. Yeah, it took a few seasons for me to really go like, okay, like, all right, like let's play. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got it pretty quickly. You know, Crédito writes such kind of in-depth, rich characters, and so I think he and I had a really good idea, kind of right out of the gate, who these guys were. But yeah, it wasn't until I think we really settled into not just the characters but the story itself that we were able to. That it was second nature, you know. And it was like that. We got that pretty quickly. I mean, I feel like I explored a lot in season 1 of this guy, and then got to explore it in a different way. You know, they famously kind of switched motivations for the characters via the storyline. You know, in season 1, Dean was very much the driving force of, come on, Sam, we gotta go find Dad. And then that flipped in season 2 when Dad died. Dean was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And Sam was like, no, pull your boots on, let's go. So when we played with those different kind of character motivations, we really got to unpack these guys and figure out who they are. And then it just, once we kind of settled in, it was smooth sailing. And then kind of touching on the second part of your question, yeah, that was a concern of mine. Like, how am I going to shake Dean? You know, because it's just so, like I said, it was so second nature for so long. Diving into playing a different character, telling a different story. You know, I figured I would be falling back on, you know, my strengths, which is playing that character. And I will say that I was not nervous, but I was unsure if that was coming across when doing The Boys. And, you know, Kripke kept kind of sending me encouraging messages of, you know, watch The Voice, don't dive back into Dean, you're doing great, keep it up. And then after I'd done a few episodes, I got a nice message from him, and he said that he and Phil Segricia, who were working on post-production of some of the current episodes, said that he's like, the best compliment I could give you is that we've stopped referring to you not only as Jensen, certainly not as Dean, but we've only now referred to you as Soldier Boy. So.
Right here. Yes. I like the hands. She's doing
Settling in.
the whole world.
You mentioned that some of your work from the past is not really appropriate for your kids, and that they have to grow up a little bit more before you can truly share. But I was wondering, when they were younger, did they ever have the opportunity to see Uncle Jensen in Wishbone?
They have not yet.
Thankfully, no.
I don't think I have yet. But you know what? I'll be home tonight. I'll be on Apple TV tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Make sure you
straight up.
earmark that one.
It's PBS.
Apple TV is PBS, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'll find it.
Not public broadcast. Just a pathetic broadcast system. Read them.
He does a wonderful job of moving the library.
Oh.
I have no doubt. If I had for every librarian, he's wooed.
Listen, I was young and poor choices were made. Much like Las Vegas.
It stays there.
But it stays there.
It stays there. Thank you.
In the back, leather jacket. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I have a question about a specific episode.
Uh-oh.
For Jensen.
Oh, great.
I wanted to ask you this for so long. So in 15-7, last call, when you're singing with...
No. Shut up.
on the stage, and he says basically...
Wait. Kane?
Yes. He's
Wait,
pulling you onto the
you said 15-7?
Yeah, that's
No, season 15, episode 7.
Okay.
He's pulling you up to the stage to sing with
We call
him.
it 1507. Sorry.
And
That doesn't help.
he basically says, you can't sit around lip syncing Eye of the Tiger while no one's watching. And I wanted to know if that was actually scripted or if that was an ad-lib and your genuine reaction to that. And when you guys were singing the song, was it live or was it pre-recorded?
That was scripted. And see, what threw me off was you said 15-7, and then you said Kane.
Right.
And I was thinking Amundsen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think Kane was in 15 season. Maybe he was. I don't remember. Jared? Christian Kane. Yes. Yes. Now I remember. That was scripted, and the what you heard singing wise, and the band. So the band was all crew members. Yeah, like Harry from Set Deck was on bass, and yeah, that's right. Dave was a carpenter, our on-set carpenter was playing keys. Chris Clint Jones, our boom operator, was on guitar. So they were all, and they weren't just up there mimicking. We all went to an actual recording studio the week prior and laid down all of those tracks in an actual recording in what's his name? Brian Abb's recording studio there in Vancouver. And so yeah, that was both Chris and I singing and all of those guys actually playing those parts. But we had pre-recorded it, and then and this happens when you shoot anything, and then they play a track that we lip sync to, basically. So that's how that happened. Yeah.
I'm going to go far left as possible. Gray shirt. Yes, you just looked at your chest.
Wow.
I didn't.
Small words, James. Small words.
Hello. And a good morning it is.
Good morning. My name is Miranda. I'm from Texas, too.
Yeah, where?
2.5 hours east of Dallas,
What's it called?
at Longview.
Longview, yeah.
So my
Isn't that where McConaughey's from?
Yes.
Yeah.
He graduated a little before me.
We're not questioning.
Before me. So my question is for both of you. So, Jensen, when you got to play Demon Dean and Michael, and then you played Sam and Solo Sam and Lucifer, which one of those characters was harder or easier? Which one did you like better? When you got, or had more fun playing?
I'll start.
Yeah.
I love playing solo Sam.
Oh, God.
I don't know what that says about me as a person.
A lot.
I liked it better than Lucifer, though, so that says something as well. I had a really fun time playing solo Sam because it was so difficult to try and figure out. Not that Lucifer was easy, don't judge. But yeah, I got to play with Meg Sam, and yeah, there were a few Sams. But I had a great time playing solo Sam. I felt like I was off in outer space, doing my own thing. I don't think you liked it too much, but
No.
but that for me that was pleasant.
Michael was fun. I wish I could have got to do that a little longer than. But we had to move on. We had to get the story going. So, and then Demon Dean was fun. It's always kind of, it's always fun to play the bad guy. I would say my favorite, and this isn't really, it's kind of like a variation of Dean, which was Purgatory Dean. It was kind of, that was one of my favorites. I just like that storyline too, so, no.
Thank you.
All right, where are we? What are we doing? No questions? No questions at all?
I just want to look at you.
All right, okay. You've got several people pointing to you, so this better be good. She's like, it is.
Oh, she's a book. She's a book register.
Oh, great.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for picking me. I appreciate it because I would really love if you would please give a shout out to my best buddy here, Lish, who is about to get married.
Congratulations. Oh, this is Bride. I thought, for some reason, this is Birdie. And I'm like,
You have a golf obsession.
what's that?
You have a golf obsession. I understand.
Balls obsession.
Oh, God. Dude, what is wrong with you? Dude, don't,
Did I get that wrong? You said, a what obsession?
Hey, golf. What the hell's wrong with you people?
Listen,
Golf balls. Golf balls.
her ball obsession. I heard the same thing. Okay. Violent agreement here.
Golf balls.
I need a new mask. I need a new mask.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So, thank you for picking me here.
And that was it.
Okay, thank you, Jensen.
Ball obsession over here. That's me.
So you have said before that you would take your career as it's been and then win an Oscar at a later date.
Okay.
Who said that?
You said when you were like 50 or 60. So you
So like next year? I beat you to it.
Well, it was a million years ago, apparently.
So now that you're producing and directing as well as acting, if you were able to and only able to win one Oscar in your life, which would it be? And that would be most meaningful to complete your career. And please don't pop out and just say anything.
Sound design.
I give you choices. Actor,
Okay.
producer, director.
Or a director, producer, or an actor. event last night. I was sitting in almost arm's length from an actor who I greatly admire, who has won an Oscar.
And who is 50.
And who is 50. And I was just like...
He has a great first name. Anyways.
And you know, the event was going on, and I just kept going like... What is it about him? And it was Jared Leto. And I mean, you know, he's definitely one of our greatest contemporaries right now, I would say, as far as just an artiste. But yeah, look, I'm not in this business to win awards and accolades. I'm in it because I truly enjoy it, and I love it, and I love the work, and I love the process, and I love the art, and I love the people I get to work with. It truly is fulfilling. So, never winning an award for the rest of my life, I will be completely happy with that. But it'd be nice.
Way back, someone has two faces, and they're us. And just so we don't have to stare at it anymore, I'm going to choose her. Because it's frightening. I'll just get it off the table.
Hi.
Hi.
If you could play any other cast member besides Sam and Dean, who would you pick?
Rowena.
I think I'll answer this for what I wish he would play, or what I would want to see him play. I would love to have seen him as John. Yeah. So
I mean, I was kind of like modeling Dean after what Jeff had did anyway, so it was a diet version of that.
Yeah. Now I'm going to force you to what should I have?
Yeah, Charlie. Get a little ginger up there. Chef's kiss.
I couldn't have a match with Felicia does, but that would be fun. Thank you for your question. And thank you for putting those faces down.
It should be. Hey now. I'm gonna go right here in the middle with the white mask, yellow shirt. That's you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, black jacket.
Okay, I'm bringing out a little bit behind.
Hi.
So I was just wondering, I know we've heard some interesting dad jokes from you guys before, so do you have any new dad jokes that you've heard?
Oh dear.
I did too. I had one like last night. Most of my jokes right now are filthy.
Oh, I want one. I'll take one of those.
He's always good for a filthy joke.
Tell it.
Exactly.
I feel like I told a joke recently.
One?
I think it was like maybe in New Orleans or something. And I can't remember. And now I can't remember now, so I can't remember.
It'll come to us. I'm a little brain dead right now, but I have some dad jokes.
Do you have a dad joke?
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a little long, but I'll try and do it quickly.
Okay.
So this guy was going to take his girlfriend to prom, and he went and he got tickets. It was a really, really long line, but he waited in line and he got the tickets. So then they were going to get the limo and all that, and every time he went to get something, there was a really, really long line, but he waited, and because she really wanted to go, she wanted to have a good time, so he did all the fun stuff and everything. So when they got to prom, they were dancing, having a good time, and he was like, do you want me to grab you something to drink? And she was like, that would be great, and then there was no punchline.
That's good.
Yeah.
I do remember one.
Okay, sit down.
I can't beat that one, but I do have one, and I'm a man of few words.
Yeah.
Get out. Oh, gosh.
I'm gonna borrow that one. All right, There's a bunch of hands pointing. There's a bunch. There's a lot of. They're either smelling their underarms. So yes. Did I say Lord Lovey Dovey?
I said Lord Love a Duck.
Lord Lovey Duck.
So this is my first convention.
Well,
Lord love it. God loves all creatures.
something I didn't learn until this day.
But especially a duck.
It keeps me from saying bad words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I used to do that.
Ducks and balls.
Tell them about the pigeon.
Right. Not so much a dad joke. Prison.
Okay. Hi.
Welcome.
So, Jared, I apologize for my stupid photo op yesterday because I totally was like a deer in headlights.
I like it. It's my
The duck and headlights.
No, I was a duck in headlights with you. So my question is, what's your favorite bad guy or monster kill?
Bad guy or monster character?
Kill.
Bad guy or monster kill? For some reason, and the episode wasn't my favorite, but I'm thinking about the flamethrower we had in Bugs.
No, that was Changelings.
That one too.
But in Bugs, yeah.
Was it Rougarou?
Yeah.
That was a pretty gnarly episode. Actually, that was on TV I think a couple of months ago or something, and I was flipping through TBS or TNT, something that was showing Supernatural, and I was watching. I was like, ugh, gnarly. What's wrong with you people? Just kidding. But not low duck. Yeah. What's your?
Yeah, but I mean. Imagine doing that flamethrower now. Like, I don't think we would do that now. Yeah, I mean, it's literally a aerosol can with a lighter, and it was just.
Yeah.
They were like, "Listen, as long as you're calm, the bees won't harm you." Okay. When they yell action, I'm going to throw fire at them.
They like it.
Are they cool with that? Oh.
I think they were warm with that.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. I'm a sucker for a good old-fashioned vamp kill. It is a little tricky
Well,
though.
he's got a bone to pick with vamps. So subconsciously.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, but the way that we kill a vamp on the show is a little. It's a little ridiculous because we have to like line up the machete, right? And then they're like, okay, and step out, and so, boom, and then they're like, okay, now we got to do the head.
And then they grab
Literally, they grab a head like this, and they're like, okay, and action. And then the vamp steps back in, and they're like, okay, and 3, 2, 1, action. I mean, it's ridiculous. And they cut it all together. It looks good.
This wasn't a bad guy kill, but I still think my favorite death, if that's a proper saying, is did these tacos taste fun?
Okay.
And I'll find myself doing it. I eat tacos quite often in Austin, you know? And I'll find myself saying it and chuckling to myself, be like, what's wrong? Why are you laughing? Like, these tacos taste funny? We are getting the vamp kill.
The vamp kill signal?
We're getting the vamp kill signal.
We've got vamps to kill, guys.
We're sticking around. Love you guys.
Hey, thank you. We'll see you guys later. Appreciate it.